Reading is the foundation of learning. Sa ganitong sitwasyon, maraming parents ang hirap magturo sa kanilang mga anak because they don't know how to read yet. But if they're able to read very well and able to understand, then it's going to be easier for them and enjoyable to learn at home. So, welcome to this webcast. This is Teacher Mitch Gustilo, and I'm here to share with you 8 reading skills. Meron po kasing dalawang bagay yun eh. We learn to read and then eventually we read to learn. So yung process is somewhat like pre-reading skills that from nothing, they can read letter sounds and letters and simple words. And then we go to vocabulary building. They get to know more and more words as well as their meanings. We go to sentence structure. If they know the meaning of the words, then they will be able to make simple and complicated sentences. Eventually going to reading comprehension and critical reading. Where is the level of your child right now? Pagka okay na pong lahat ng ito, then they go for reading to learn. They will enjoy reading books even without you pushing them to read it. At behave sila sa classroom because they are able to understand whatever it is that they are reading. So this day, Teacher Mitch would want to share with you 8 pre-reading skills. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, wag pong kalimutan, hit the button, subscribe. And of course, share it to your other friends na mayroong struggle when it comes to reading. So number 1, importante that you know that there are 26 letters. It is composed of vowels and consonants. Kaya po yung sinasabing A, E, I, O, U, but in reality for the English, it's A, E, I, O, A. Those are the short letter sounds. And then there are the consonants. So if you want to build the pre-reading skills, start with that realization that we have to know the 26 letters. And it's possible na magsimula po kayo, introduce your child to small letter cases. Then, pre-skill number 2 is letter sound relationships. Ano nga po ulit yon? Letter sound relationships. That is what we call as phonics. Each of the letters have their own letter sound. So instead of teaching them A, B, C, teach them that the letter A sounds like A or A. And the letter B is sounding as B instead of letter B, so that it's easier for them to read eventually. So meron daw pong tinatawag na 46 plus na sounds or phonic sounds. Number 3 skill, syllables. Say it with me, syllables. So whenever you see the word ambulance, so how many times will your chin drop? Ambulance. So 3 times. So that means there are 3 syllables. So when you try to decode the letters and the letter sounds, you say am. That's 1 syllable. Bu, bu. And then bu. And then lans. And then put them all together. That's syllabication. Number 4, there are 100 common words. Ilan po? 100 common words. Example, I, and, but, if, my. So these are the common words that we usually use. About 25% of the words that we're using would come from the common letter words. So kung alam po natin, maipabasa natin, introduce natin sa mga bata itong mga words na ito, mas madali at mapapabilis ang kanilang pagbabasa. Every level, we have what we call as sight words. Let's say your child is in grade 1, check on the sight words for grade 1 and let them read those words. If it's going to be easier, read it to them and let them follow after you. Maybe 5 times, papasok na po yun sa kanilang memory bank. Okay, skill number 5, long and short vowel sounds. What again are the vowel sounds? Vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So yung letter A, meron siyang A, meron siyang A sound. Or pwede pa nga idagdag yung O as in hawk or O as in ball. So yung E, letter E, has E and E sound. As in wet and beat, right? So each of those has long and short letter sounds. Number 6 is vowel combinations. So example of which would be E and E. Sound as E, or E-I sound as I, O-O sound as U, O-U sounds as AW. Marami pa po yan na iba't ibang mga vowel combinations. Number 7 is the common letter patterns. Ito yung tinatawag na letter blends. Consonants to na magkakasama. Example, sh, ch, br, kl, sh. So, whatever you can blend as 2 letters and kl, ch, br, be, e. So, different combinations of the letter patterns would comprise the letter blends. So, pwedeng pag-iba-ibahin. Let's say, sh, o, sho, sh, e, she. Pwedeng i-combine with the different vowel sounds. And the last one, this is very crucial, practice reading 15 to 20 minutes per day to your child. It's better if your child gets to choose the book kasi interesado siya doon, so more or less, it's going to be easier for you to encourage him or her to read. So buksan po, and then if the book is a little complicated, sana medyo harder for them to read, but not so hard, right? So pronounce the words, read to them aloud, the letters, the words, the sentences, and the paragraphs. And then as you read aloud, point to the words para nakikita nila. And then eventually ask them to read out aloud after you have read it to them. Makikita nyo, mag-grow tremendously ang skill nila for reading. So I hope that every one of you will be motivated to push your child to read properly. Tandaan, magandang matutunan ng basic kasi para ka lang nagtatayo ng bahay. Kung bibiglain mo na basahin mo to, nag-aaway na kayo, nagsisigawan, that's the reason behind it, because they don't know how to decode and how to combine and blend the letter sounds. So, God bless you as you go into your journey of reading. This is Teacher Mitch asking you to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Time for school!
For a brighter kids, for a better future, for your partners and preparing your children, for a bigger world, for a good foundation. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School is the right one for you. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow. We do our best to train up your kids to be the prime movers of the next generation. Wise Kids School for the children of tomorrow.
Wise Kids School, the right one for your children.